What's up guys, PyPop101 here. Today I'm going to be uploading all my mods to Nexus, and I just wanted to do this along with everybody. I figured it'd be a fun thing to do, so let's get into it. First up, we have to edit this lovely description of Trials of the Shinobi because, let's be honest, it is absolutely massive. But it doesn't include everything that we currently have, so everything definitely needs to get fixed. But before we do that, why don't we post a couple of links and actually upload this video on the channel. So give me 1 second. But for those of you that are in the chat and watching, let me know in the comments how you guys are doing. Hey Darius, how are you doing? How's it going, Dylan? Doing pretty well, Darius. Everything's going pretty great. I just need to go through and be doing this. Super excited. It's going to be a ton of fun. And it's about time that I upload everything to Nexus. Let's see. Alrighty. Let's get this show on the road. I'm just checking everything and making sure everything's working properly. Alrighty. Okay. So let's open up this text document first, and we can go through all of our items. And let's just do this in Notepad. It'll make things a bit easier. Alright, let's just make sure we got everything. Or better yet, might as well just be easier to open it in a normal JSON that moves along with it. Yes, Goosebeater and James, I am uploading. Now, who knows how long it's going to stay up there, but I'm still going to be doing it. And I just want to go through and yes, Trials of the Shinobi and a bunch of other ones. So everything that I currently have on Patreon is going on to Nexus. Okay, so we got the Anbu, Asuma, Bomb Kunai, the Konoha Chakra Blade. Ooh, it looks like we're forgetting a couple. One, okay. So this is not organized, which, that kind of stinks. I thought I ended up fixing that. I guess maybe not. Hold on. Tobirama, Thunder God, Stone Sword. Okay, no, maybe I did. Alright, maybe I just forgot something. That's fine. My favorite YouTuber? I'd have to say that's probably Simply Chris. His videos are really entertaining and they're a ton of fun. And aside from that, he's a nice guy. Love talking with him about anything gaming, Blade and Sorcery, VR, all that kind of jazz. Also, let me know in the comments if you guys can hear me properly too. Because this is the first time I'm streaming on the mic in a while, and I just want to make sure that everything is all nice and perfect. Okay. So we got our Anbu, Asuma, Bomb. We have our Konoha Chakra Blade, Pain's Chakra Receivers, Sakamo's Chakra Saber, Darui, Demon Wind, which is collapsible, which I'm super happy about. Works extremely well. Trigger to Grow, so that works. The Executioner's Blade. Ooh. Did I forget that? Huh. Well, the Executioner's Blade is kind of important, so why don't we add that back in? Okay, so actually, let me just steal it from this right here. So Minato. Sword of Nunaboko. Hold on. Oh, that's right. Under the other side. Never mind. Okay. Execution, Hagoromo's. We have both of these 6-pass stabs right here. Awesome. Hamura's, Hanzo's Kusarigama, the triple-bladed scythe, which I will add an ability to let you damage opponents when you damage yourself. I just haven't done it yet, but it's not too much work. Do plan on adding a couple of things to Trials of the Shinobi, and plenty of enhancements. I'm going to be adding the Luffy mod. It is definitely not ready, and it's not good by any means, but I'm still going to be uploading it because I don't know if I'm going to be working on it anymore. All right. Funes, Kurosawa. So these are all the 7 swordsmen of the mist weapons, so that's nice. And I do believe I have everything already set in here. Let me just make sure that I do have, and I do need to upgrade it so that I can add the tool pouch again, but that's already made. So that is definitely something I got to get done. Let's see. And for those of you that are currently watching this, feel free to leave comments and ask any questions because I'm going to be doing this for the next, oh, I don't know, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on how long it takes. And I'm super excited. Lots of awesome stuff is going to be going on today. Okay, so I believe that is all of our weapons. And let me just open one of these bad boys up just to be sure. If we want to take a look at this real quick. Yeah, looks like all the abilities are set. And my favorite thing is that in all of these weapons and all the spells and everything, you can customize abilities. So let's see, something like the Demon Wind Shuriken, which has a couple scripts on it. And there's nothing. Hold on. What are we on? The Bomb Kunai. Just check this out real quick. You can customize the explosion force, the explosion radius, how fast the collision needs to be, so the impact velocity, and whether it dismembers enemies or not. I do need to work on the actual dismemberment. There's 2 different ways that I already have tried it, but only one of them works the best. But regardless, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, Darius, no problem. Cool. And let's see what we got. All right. So it looks like I have the majority of things on here. There are a good 5 of them that I do not have yet. So let's see. Let's pull this up. And yeah, I know I still have this. I'm going to be getting, actually, well, I can just get rid of it now. 11, I believe there's 12 the jutsu at the moment. So we can get rid of that. I will be adding all the maps. That will be later today. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that on stream or not, because that'll be taking, quite a while, but it is what it is. So everything has the beautiful in view. Everything has customizable values. Very important. Got it, Goose Beater. And hey, Drazy. I appreciate that. That's why I made them. My main goal is to help everybody out. Okay, Kabutoari. Let's make sure to add a space in between them. Awesome, awesome. Cool. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's see, we have 32 of these bad boys. And let's make sure we're labeling everything properly, because this is pretty important today. Oh yeah, there's a lot of spells. Let's see what we got here. Amaterasu, Atomic, Chidori, Expansion, Fireball, Kamui, Rasengan, Rasen Shuriken, Renegon, Shadow Clone, Shuriken. Sharingan is the 12th. Which I do need to add. Did I add the Kamui back in here? Can't even remember. Yeah, I did. Okay. And I did upgrade a couple of them. I got you, Goose Beater, don't worry. I plan on being on here for a while now. So, let us start with the top. These, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 already, don't worry about that. What we're gonna do is, it kind of stinks, but I'm gonna just copy and paste all of these and just go through and make it all nice and pretty again. Because all of this stuff is the most updated that it's going to be. So, let's take the kunai. Copy and paste that in here, and voila. See how bad that was. Oh yeah, nice. Okay. Let's do this, and formatting is not fun at all, but could be worse. Okay, it's actually not too bad. Let's get rid of this bottom one right here. I just wish it would get rid. Okay, perfect, perfect. Now we got the Anbu, and one thing we of course need to make sure we're doing is have everything be all named nice and pretty. So I'm going to make sure to bold everything as is. Why don't I start with that first? And I did not mean to paste it again, so that's my mistake. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. Hold on. Let's just get rid of them. And paste it in. Okay. And I know what not to do now. So. Let's make sure to order it. Okay, perfect. And that, okay, that's even better this time. Awesome. I do have plans on making even more tutorials, Goose Beater. Chidori doesn't have the lingering sound. It only did at the moment when you use two at the same time, because I left a couple variables public, which I do need to change. I didn't change that in this version at the moment, but it's okay. All right. So let me just copy this little thing right here just in case. Okay. Now we're going to be going through and bolding. I appreciate that, Goater. I do spend a lot of time working on mods and everything for you guys. Because honestly, I love it. That's the main reason why I started, and that's the reason why I'm continuing to do it. And I appreciate that, James. What do I do for a living? That is... I was gonna say it's a secret. It's not really a secret. I work with... Let's say I work with Facebook. How about that? I'm not gonna go into it too much. I do Facebook. I work with social media full-time now. And I absolutely love it. Especially with everything that I do on YouTube. It's been a ton of fun. Okay, so this does not need an extra space. Okay, heat on triple bladed. Now, I may be going through this, and you guys may not think it's super important, but at the... Kurosawa. What, did I misspell it? I don't think so. I don't even think it changed anything. That's funny. But like I was saying, this may not be completely important to go through and make it all nice and pretty, but I worked so hard on this for all of you guys. I want to do it. I want it to look nice. Ooh, there we go. There's a typo. So we have the paralysis kunai right there. We have Naruto's kunai, Hirashin, however you say it, kunai. Sasuke's shuriken. The Sword of Kusanagi, Sasuke Susanoo sword, which not good at the moment. Just be patient on that. The Shiki Saiken, Shisui's Tonto, Jiraiya's stone swords, the Super Vibrato lightning release swords. So Killer Bees. Oh, Killer. That's funny. There we go. Killer Bees weapons of choice, much better. Tobirama's Thunder God, and last but not least, Tobirama's actual sword. That's right. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Oh, man. And now we have, I think, 8 maps or something crazy like that. We're only going to be adding more. Yes, Goater, I'm making sure that everything's good, everything's set up properly before I release it on Nexus. It's about time that I do it. That's funny, James. Well, let's hope that doesn't happen, but I'm excited because I have been working on this for so long. Me working on my own game, I had started that actually. I'd gotten through setting everything up in VR. It was my first time actually working on code to create an avatar, move your hands in game, and it took a little bit of time because it's a whole brand new thing. But it's been a while since I've done that. I think a little over a year now. I will be working on my own game, starting it from scratch again. And I don't know if it'll be Naruto related. I highly doubt it, but if I do, it'll be something like Blade Sorcery probably, because it's the kind of game that I like the most. I love hand-to-hand combat. The only thing I'm going to make sure of is to have the proper audios and decals when hitting stuff, because we don't want it to turn into a Bone Lab situation where you punch or you shoot and the collisions sound and look absolutely terrible. It's one of the worst possible things that can happen. Now, I know it's a completely different game, but let's be honest. I mean, it's basically Blade and Sorcery, but with guns. Although I will say it runs a heck of a lot better than Blade and Sorcery. I'm coding in C#, Michael. Everything in Unity, Blade and Sorcery, Bone Lab as well, is all C#. Now, can you guys just let me know in the comments if there's any lag or anything? Because when I tried to stream myself in-game, it lagged a ton. I just want to make sure there's no lag when I'm, you know, on live streaming this to you guys right now. Hey, Caden. I don't necessarily know if I plan on making a One Piece mod. I've made the Luffy's stretchy hands to grab weapons and enemies. Know nothing about One Piece, but I know that he can do that. That's done. It's terrible and it barely works, but it's done and it does as much as it possibly can do. Goater, my mod, Trials of the Shinobi, and all of my other spells, they will not cause any issues with any other mods. You know what I'm going to do real quick? How about I save this just in case? Because I will not want to go through and do all this again. So this is our 39 weapons right here, which is insane. So let's see. 39 weapons. There are 12 spells. Actually, I'm not going to list them. 12 spells and 5 normal. Okay. Awesome. I'm glad that everything's working in sync. That makes me happy. Then I can keep working on this without any worries. But one of the most important things is this. Well, it doesn't cause any lag. There's no issues. There's no problems with it at all. Okay, so these are our items. Here we go. Wow, I made this a long time ago. That's funny. How to beat the hidden leaf missions. That was a ton of fun to play. I remember when I tried it out for the very first time, I screamed loud. It was super cool. I'm not going to spoil any of it for those of you that haven't seen it yet, but just be prepared. Okay. Here we go. It's kind of annoying needing to do all this again, but at the same time, I went through and I really worked on all the abilities. And after let's see, after I go through and change the descriptions and everything, I will be editing everything to make sure that it's all the proper stuff. Hey, Dre. Hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. It'll take a while because there's still a lot of stuff I gotta do. But for the most part, it should be very quick. How do I get rid of this? Perfect. How long did it take me to learn C#, and why did I choose it? Well, it's all because of Blade and Sorcery, to be honest with you. I spent all my time learning Blade and Sorcery, learning C# for Blade and Sorcery, excuse me. Because I wanted to make mods for it, and I wanted to do it my way, and I wanted to try to do it better than I've seen other people do. Like, no, not competition between other people, but if there is, then it's all friendly stuff. Because I created this fantastic community of all you guys right here. My question is, did I combine the Rasengan together? I did. It's a good question. I'm going to keep it like this. I wonder if there's a way that I can add in a second. Nah, maybe not. That's all right. But I learned C Sharp. Let me go back to that. I learned C Sharp for Blade and Sorcery, and it took me, I'd say, before I really got a good grasp on it, it took me a couple months, like 4 or 5 months. Hey, Webbit. I take mod requests down in my Discord server. There should be a link below. If there's not, let me just do this, and I can post a link for you right here. For anybody that's not in my Discord server, you can join it with that link right there. And yes, James, there is enemies. Gosh, I'd have to find the video. It's been a while since I fought against them. I'm in contact with a friend of mine who's going to be making all the custom enemies. So we have these guys. I will let you guys on a little hint. There's what? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12 different enemies right here. I have in my folder over 100 different ones. That's right. Over 100 different enemies will be coming to Blade and Sorcery from the Naruto verse. So be patient. It's going to take a while, but they will eventually be coming. So just be prepared. And the Byakugan is something that I'm working on, which will be coming soon enough as well. But that's for another story. So just be patient, guys. There's a lot of fun stuff that I'm working on, and that's going to be added. So hopefully you guys all appreciate it and you enjoy it. That's all I have to say about that. And if any of you are watching this and enjoy the YouTube videos I make, the content I produce, the mods, everything, etc., linked at the top. If you want to support me, there's a link to my Patreon. But that's all I have to say about that. Okay. Make sure it's nice and pretty. Oh yeah, no problem, Wabbit. When you join the Discord server, make sure to say hi, because there's a lot of awesome people in there. The Tenseigan Chakra Mode. What exactly is in the Tenseigan Chakra Mode? It's been a while since I watched the movie. So if you could tell me, then maybe it can be added? Potentially. There's still a lot of things I want to do ahead of time, but... And if any of you guys have any ideas for not just Naruto, but any of my mods, feel free to let me know in the comments. Hey Max, how's everything going? Nice to see you joining the stream. Awesome. So this is looking pretty nice so far. I think that's the majority of our description too. So if we take a look at it, what else we got? Items, yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, I think we're pretty good. So let's save that. And just for funsies, let's check it out. It's like Naruto's, okay, with the glowing chakra form, but with Truth Seeker orbs. I have a secret for you guys. I will be adding the Truth Seeker orbs that transform into Hagoromo's chakra rods, the shield, Hammer's chakra rod. What am I talking about? The 6-pass staff. So just be prepared because it's going to be epic. And there's a lot of awesome stuff planned for the future. Okay. So here we go. This is what it looks like. And if we press show right here, all of these bad boys. Nice green. Super cool. Okay, one thing I got to do is bold everything after. So that's important. Hey, Caden, what do you mean modes? Modes for Trials of the Shinobi or for what exactly? Because there's definitely a lot of awesome stuff that I plan on adding. Haven't thought about modes or anything yet, but this all looks pretty good to me. So I'm psyched about that. Why don't we go into it? Oh, so I guess this will be the official Trials of the Shinobi 1.4. It's taken a long time, but I'm super happy about it. Okay. And every ability, we're going to bold it just so everybody can see it a lot easier. There's customizable basically everything in the Jason, but that's funny. Black rods. Let's see. I did let the Konoha Chakra Blade. I think that can electrocute enemies. How about we check on that? And if we scroll down right here. Oh, maybe I took it off. Alright, that's no biggie. Oh, it's the kunai that I made do that. Never mind. Oh yeah, tailed beast forms will definitely happen. Awesome, Max. Well, if you became a patron, thank you very much for that. Any of you guys that have supported me, I really appreciate it. It's allowed me to keep making all these awesome and incredible mods as long as I have. And keep in mind, it's not only Trials of the Shinobi, it is all of the other million mods that I've made. Yeah, granted, they're mainly all the anime mods, but that's the kind of stuff that I enjoy a lot. So, it is what it is. Okay. So it is collapsible. It's so much fun. I'm so happy with how that came out. I don't really count this as an ability because I'd like them to all be coded, but at the same time, it is pretty cool. The chakra receivers, the Gumbai, can gravity slam, sword and Unaboko. It's kind of a joke weapon with how humongous it is, but I still love it. Ooh, the paralysis kunai. That is something new coming to Trials of the Shinobi on Nexus. I'm super happy with how it came out too, so hopefully you guys like it. There is one error in the code that, well, it causes an error to pop up. It doesn't actually cause any issues, but one important thing that I need to do is change this so that when you throw it, if you pull the trigger or the spell button, it'll do whatever you press. So you don't have to go into the Jason and change it. So, Michael, I have thought about the customization, but to be completely honest with you, at the moment, it's definitely on the back burner. Only because when we play in virtual reality, we're not looking at our character. And that's something that I've always believed. So, for example, in Bone Lab, with all of the characters that you can transform into, I guess it's cool. But at the same time, for me personally, I don't really see the need in it. Because, yeah, it's cool to customize when you're playing a game like, I don't know, let's say GTA. You're playing that, you can customize your character. But in VR, you can't see yourself at all. You can see your arms. And yeah, I guess that can be cool, but it is what it is. Awesome. Let's press the spell button. Oh yeah, this was Blade and Sorcery's first fully lightning-based weapon. That's funny. This mod has been a lot of strides made with this, and I'm really happy with how everything's turned out so far. Okay, so that is everything that we needed to bold. Kind of curious. Okay, so what else do we need to do? I think that's the majority of it. All right. And I'm looking forward to the day when this becomes 200, because right now I think I'm at 180 mods or something insane like that. Is it far too much? Yes. But do I love it? Do you guys appreciate it? I mean, I hope so. Okay. I think we're all set with this. And just checking this Jason real quick. For the most part, I think we got everything. I don't really think it needs to be updated anymore. Yeah, I messed up somewhere, but it's not too big of a deal. Okay. This is all of our Trials of the Shinobi. We have our game stuff right here. And you know what? One cool thing we can do real quick is, why don't we go and make Trials of the Shinobi be its own category? Have it be part of the Pop 101's mods. Now that would be cool. So let's see. Oh, wait a second. So there are a couple of things that I didn't add. So I'm going to go through this right now. I appreciate that, Amari. I really do. Okay. Okay, so well, we did add these things. We need to go through all the abilities because there are a lot more. So, Amaterasu. Okay. So you pulled the trigger. Yep. And enemies get imbued, black flames, yada, yada, yada. I love that it's a little cube in your hand. Okay, so you pull the trigger to activate it. You throw it out like a fireball. Yes. But, hear me out. So the merge atomic dismantling jutsu. If you merge atomic dismantling with atomic dismantling, you get the atomic dismantling beam. I don't know if you guys have seen that. You should check out the video that I made on that. It was incredible. I do need to update it so that it can have a bit of particles around it, but aside from that, I really love the way that it came out and the way that it looks. And so we have our atomic dismantling beam, which it is. Let's see. It is customizable. Okay. The Chidori. Ooh, I do need to, hold on. That's something that I didn't do. If we go into our spells, Chidori. We actually have to go into this JSON right here. Okay, no, I did end up adding it. So this will be whatever the Chidori looks like. So if you want it to be the normal Chidori, this is what it is. If you want it to be Kakashi's purple Chidori, you do it like that. And then last but not least, Sasuke's Onyx Chidori that he uses when he fights against Naruto. But that's, okay, that's already in there, so that I'm fine with. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I added that. So, let me make sure that I do this. Pull the trigger to activate. You can pierce and... So, it's a completely different mechanism now. So, I'm going to keep this right here real quick, but let me do this. And the best part is you can feel your hand going through them. Yes, you can. It's one of the best, most important parts of the new Chidori, that you can actually feel your fist going into the enemies. I will be adding the Bleach mod hyper at one point. I'm going to try to get it done today or tomorrow. There's just a lot to do, obviously. But my favorite thing to code, probably spells. As you can tell by Trials of the Shinobi, there's a ton of spells. And while I do admit I did have a lot of help in the beginning with coding them, now I've done the majority of it by myself, and it's gone pretty great. Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely going to be adding Gaara's sand abilities at some point. So be prepared for that. But let's see. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Awesome. All right, so pull the trigger, pull the grip to activate the Chidori. You can pierce. Okay. Let's see what else. This one has a ton of abilities. Thanks, Hyper. I really appreciate it. I always appreciate the support. I work really hard at it. Hey, Ethan, what is your idea for the One Piece VR game? Let me know in the comment. kind of curious what you have to say. Oh, Michael, I do plan on adding Chakra Cloak options like the 9 Tails and the 8 Gate, which, oh my goodness, I don't have the 8 Gate spell in here. Looks like I took it out. Well, basically, you can do that with the Chidori, so don't worry about that. All you need to do is merge the Chidori. Oh, I'll get into that. You literally just merge the Chidori and the Renegon spell. You pull your hands apart and you get wrapped in the Lightning Cloak. Makes you faster, makes you stronger. Lots of awesome stuff. Okay, now let's see what we got. So you pull the grip to activate the Chidori. Pierce. Okay, so the next one is pulling the grip and trigger. You get the Chidori Sharp Spear. Which, and keep in mind, guys, all of these are so highly customizable. Like, if we take a look at this real quick, the Chidori. Now, this is all stuff that I added into it that you can customize, starting right here. So, we have our Chidori. We have the electrocution power, so how much they wiggle around when they get electrocuted, how long they get electrocuted. The Chidori stream radius. I don't even do it. Well, I don't even remember what that was. Let's see. I think just the radius at which it is. It's not super complex. Oh, that's the width of the radius. That's the width of the Chidori stream. So how long it is sideways in game. So that's fine. Chidori imbue radius, so how close your Chidori needs to be to a weapon in order to imbue it. Kirin, how much knockback it does, the radius of the knockback. The Kirin knockback. I think this is the knockback timer, but normally I include that it's the timer on there, so hold on. Let me take a look real quick. Let me take a peek at this code. So if we go into the Chidori, hold on. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't even realize, but I had this up right here. All the code. So the Kirin knockback is the amount of force. Then why did I add Kirin force? That doesn't make sense. Hold on a sec, guys. I don't even understand what I did. Never mind. Okay. So I can explain it to you guys now that I actually understand my own code, now that I go back towards it. So the Kirin force is the force at which it goes downwards towards the ground. How fast it comes down. And the knockback is how much it actually knocks back enemies. So that's good. The cooldown, for obvious reasons, I mean, you can't spam it a million times. Although you can if you customize it and you set this to, oh, I don't know, 0. You just keep your hand up and you'll spam about a million different Kirins, which is awesome. And the activation speed, so you need to raise your hand up to the sky at a speed of 3.5. You can also customize, how fast your hand needs to be. So basically you slightly put your hand up, Kirin. Or if it's something that you want to only happen once in a while, if you really throw your hand up, set it to something like that. But it is what it is. Electrocute killed enemies, whether the enemies are alive or dead, whether you electrocute them. If you can kill Chidori Sharp Spear pierced enemies. Oh, that's this one. And then this is killing when okay, there's a ton. What do we have? For the merge, the Chidori merge, where did I add everything? Up right here. The Chidori Senbon, which lets you customize everything. The Chidori Renegon merge lets you customize all the extra abilities that you have. And this is just the Chidori. Keep in mind, there's a ton of crap. You don't know how to open up a JSON? Well, all you need to do is click on this, click Open With, choose another app. You can click, well, I have Notepad+. You guys will most likely just have, let's see, Notepad right here, and that's how you open the JSON. Okay, there's a few of you guys' comments. Let me see what I can respond to. A One Piece Devil Fruit storyline, that's pretty awesome. I definitely think that would be something incredible to do. But you would definitely need to get permission. And yes, shaders, I am uploading my mods right now. And hopefully that helped you go to, let's see, estimation on when the mod will be on Nexus. I plan on doing it tonight. If I can get it all done, that's the goal, but we'll see. So I just showed you guys just the Chidori and walked you through it. And that took me, what, 5-10 minutes just to explain it properly? It's incredible. There's so many different abilities and so much awesome stuff. And yes, Michael, I do use the rubber ducky. I typically use my girlfriend for that. Pretend that she's the rubber ducky because she knows nothing about coding. But I guess it's sometimes when I'm on stream, it's you guys too. At the moment, no, because I've already done the code. I just needed to remember how exactly I coded it, because there's just a ton of stuff towards it. So, okay, let's get back to this. So the Chidori Sharp Spear. And the thing is, so let's see. If you pulling trigger, you can imbue weapons, I guess items. I'm glad you appreciate that, shaders. I'm excited to be doing it. Hey, Hyper, I will be working in game development. Good question as to when, but no idea. For now, I'm just going to enjoy this, because it's awesome. So if you pull the trigger, it can imbue items. And if you raise your hand, fast, you summon the Karen. Which, I'm so happy with how it came out. It really did come out fantastic. I don't... Actually, you know what? I can show you guys this too. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Because it is something that I recently made. See, let me go on my YouTube and track it down. And I have been releasing a couple of Hogwarts Legacy videos because I did play it and it's just super cool. Okay. So we got this awesome guy. Oh yeah, take a look at it. So that is the Kieran Lightning Dragon. So how do we do it, Pie Pop? How about we get to it? We can skip my own video. How do I decide on values for each? It's trial and error mostly. At this point, I know what I want to do for the values, but okay, stop explaining it. We get it. It's super cool. Okay, here it is. Ready for this? Let's spawn in the enemies. We raise our hand and... Come on, let's get to it, my guy. Here we go. raise our hand up, and we summon the Kirin. Now that's awesome. I mean, come on, just look at that. It came out so well. And then, boom, it does that. No, yeah, it did do a little bit of a collision, but don't worry about that. I think everything came out and is working great. Do you know why it takes so long to open EXE? You have an SSD? That's a good question. Maybe your SSD is filled up too much. I know that was an issue that I had for quite a while. But don't worry about it. It's delete as much as you can from it. Hey, Ethan, you can definitely summon 10 of them. You can summon basically as many as you want. No, I don't make my own sprites. They're all from packs that I've bought and downloaded. Thanks to all of you guys that are wonderful patrons. Everybody that's supported me, I've used the funds and basically put them all back into my mods. Okay. So let's see. We have our Chidori Sharp Spear, Kirin, which is customizable, of course. Awesome Goose Beater. Maybe you can give me some of that chicken and rice too, because I'm kind of hungry right now. I don't know if you guys can see, but right now it's 5:52 p.m. I'm hungry. Okay. So we have the Kirin. Oh gosh, what other abilities do we have? So with the Kirin, we can... Why don't... If we do... Let's see. So if we pull the... Yeah, if we pull the trigger, then grip, you summon one of the Chidori Sharp Spears. Pulling the trigger, okay. Now let's see if we merge. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can electrocute enemies. Can't forget about that. Come on, Pipe Pop. Let's do... Okay, let's do the merges first. So merge Chidori, merge Renegade. Okay. So that is true. Get our lightning cloak. And then last but not least, let's see what we got. So see, I went all out on Chidori, but I went all out on a bunch of these. Chidori is the first one where I've really gone and done the entire thing, like, from scratch myself. A couple of the other ones I had help and started with some other people, but... But it is what it is. Okay. We have our lightning cloak into Jason. That turned out. Jason. The Chidori effects. So let's see. See what we got. So under the spell underscore Chidori, if we change the Chidori ID, in the, let's make sure that it's written properly so you guys can tell. The spell underscore Chidori Jason at our Chidori ID. So we have the normal Chidori or our purple Chidori. And last but not least for now, we have our Onyx. Keep in mind, everything is one word. And let's make sure to save this again. Got to keep doing that. That is very, very important. Okay. Awesome. All right, looks like everything's going pretty well so far. And then grabbing enemy plus pulling trigger equals electrocute enemies. Maybe I need to learn how to spell properly. How many gigabytes is this mod? Ha! Ha! Funny, you are a very funny guy. Gigabytes. No. This mod is, why don't we take a look at it? $116 megabytes. 117 megabytes. That is nothing. Also, be prepared for my better performance mod. It makes Blade and Sorcery run a lot smoother, so I'm gonna be releasing that soon enough. It's definitely overhauled a lot of the game. But yeah, it's a very, very small file size for something with so many different abilities. Okay, let's see. All right. Yeah, shaders. That's it. As small as can be. How many different abilities is that? That's awesome. Okay, the expansion jutsu. Pull the trigger on a weapon while active. You get a giant weapon. Normal. Let's see. If you merge, you get full body. Oh, wait a sec. So trigger and weapon while active. Giant weapon. Trigger normally is partial expansion jutsu, and then merge expansion. With the expansion, you get the full body. Okay. It's all pretty good. That's everything that it does. We have our fireball jutsu. Let's see. Pull the trigger to shoot out flames in the direction your head's facing. Merge, you get 3 fireballs. That is still the same. The Kamui, trigger to phase your entire body. Yes, you can literally phase through everything, like even walls in the base game. And you send them to the Kamui dimension. That is still the same. I will be updating it at some point. One thing that I really want to do just for fun, which I did in the code already, I didn't update it in Blade and Sorcery yet though, is actually maybe that's something that I should do. Hold on a sec. Is you can customize whether or not your weapons are intangible. Because the fun part about that is imagine being able to fight enemies when their weapons phase through you, but the weapons can still hit the enemies. That I've always loved. I thought that was a ton of fun to do. So, okay, here we go. The Rasengan. Tell me I wrote everything. Pull the trigger to activate, yada, yada, yada. Imbue with fire. Okay, so the imbues I have already right here. You merge. And this will change. This will become an imbue, but for now I'm going to leave the Rasengan like this. Huh. Are there new maps with tots? Oh. Oh, Ethkin, do you know? Let me pull it up. Now, keep in mind, I will be removing everything from the Patreon, but for now, let's see. Let's see how many we got. We've got Oh, ignore better fire. We've got our transforming final stadium. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 right there. Okay, so there's a lot. And that's 5 new, well, there were 4 new mods right there, maps, but. Yes, Ethkin, the better performance mod does that. So you can customize how, actually, let me show you guys real quick while we're on stream. Because if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about it, I can change it. So let's see. Better performance. Here we go. So if you want to despawn creatures on kill, hold on a sec. So if you want to despawn creatures every time they die at a certain value, you do this right here. You set it to true, and then you have your creature despawn timer. I should probably organize this a little bit more, but let's go with it. Despawn all items on start, so there's no more items in your game. Despawn items on release. So if you throw a weapon, for example, after a certain amount of time, let's say 10 seconds, the weapon will disappear. Remove screen enhancements, a couple of the little things on the screen that cause a little bit of lag. You can shrink your screen size to be little itty bitty like this. And cut particles in half is one that nobody else has done, which I'm super happy about. Basically, you can use all your particles from other mods and everything like that. It works in the base game. It works in literally everything. So, let me close this. So the thing about the cut particles in half is, let's say you're doing the meteor explosion fireball merge, or any other anything, even walking on the ground. You know how that spawns little particles? Well, though the amount of them gets cut in half. And if it's a ton of particles, it gets cut into a quarter. Now, imagine being able to play Blade and Sorcery and it feel silky smooth. This is what you need to keep on true, and I'm super happy with how well it's come out so far. Like, that part of it is done. The mod itself is almost completely done, but for now, it's working. It's pretty great. Okay, and then responding to a couple comments. Hey, that snake guy. I appreciate that. I appreciate the props, because I've worked hard on this. And honestly, you could do this too. You just got to learn. It's not too tough. You don't need to uninstall any other mods. TOTS doesn't cause any issues. The only thing that happens is with Sectory, what do you call it? Where's the bad boy? The Samehara, the kill count. There's apparently an issue with that, because yeah, you know, Sectics and the mods that it always causes some kind of issue. But Sectory in general, it just you can't use it with Trials of the Shinobi, which, you know, honestly, it's not a big deal at all. Okay. Let's see. What else? What other questions did you guys have? Yes, the maps. Yes, the performance. The book, yeah, the book does cause a little bit of lag. But, okay. All right, let's see where we are again. The giant Rasengan, it is basically the Rasengan, but gigantic. I will be adding all the different imbues to it, just not yet. Tailed Beast, Rasen Shuriken? Did I do that? Oh yeah, no, I did. Oh gosh, it's been a while since I imbued it. Imbuing the Rasen Shuriken, that turned out pretty well too. Here we go. And it can dismember the enemies. The performance mod is releasing after TOTS. I'm not really sure when it'll be. Don't worry, that snake guy. Ask as many questions as you want. I'm here to talk to you guys. That's the main reason why I'm doing the stream. I plan on releasing all of these as soon as possible in the next couple of days. There's just been a lot that I've been doing. In terms of work, other modding stuff on the side, spending time with family, you know, life things. Okay. The Renegon can grab it, create the long chakra rod, merge two together to create the almighty push. I will be making these, what do you call it? Not through the spell anymore, not through the merge, but I will be making all of these abilities work with gestures. That's the word that I wanted to say. Okay, pull the trigger. Perfect. Swap places with enemies. Okay, this one is perfect. The Amino Tijakara. Pull the trigger to summon a clone of yourself. Merge, and you can do multi-shadow clone jutsu, which is very customizable. Thanks, that snake guy. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the support and love I get from all of you. It means a lot to me. Alright. Do that. Let's see. The Shuriken Jutsu. Pull the trigger to summon a Shuriken. Press the spell, it can be imbued with lightning. Yes, that's true. My favorite, though, I love the way that the particles came out when spawning it in your hand. So when you get this, definitely make sure to check that out. Okay. And I believe we've gone through the majority of these. That's awesome. That really is. Okay, and let's take a look at this bad boy. Okay. Obviously Naruto and PR, so... Hey man, shut up for a second. Definitely make sure to watch this video if you want to see everything that's in Trials of the Shinobi. And of course, it is in 4K 60 frames per second, like all of my videos, because I want you guys to see the best quality. Oh, and this is Enma. I love the way this came out. Hold on, I want to show you guys real quick. So let's see. Let's zoom in.
It actually shrinks. So, if you want to...
Hit your enemies with a can of tuna. I already know what I'm going to say. I've watched that video myself over and over and over again. It's just, I enjoy the content that I make for you all. That's it. But if we take a look at this right here. Oh, yeah. Look at how nice this came out, too. That is beautiful. I'm really proud of it all. Awesome. I gotta say, I think that might be it. Huh. We go back to this. That's all the things. And I do need to add the items to the picture, but for now, I think that's pretty good for Trials of the Shinobi. For the media, you guys can check out the video if you actually want to see what it's about. Because we have this one image right here and a bunch of the videos. Oh man, the Susanoo. It's been a while since I did that. That was one of the characters. So you guys can check all of this out right here. And in the description too, we have like this. Awesome video to watch everything. Always make sure to join the community, guys, because my Discord it's a ton of fun to hang out with everybody and to talk. One of the best parts about it is it's kid friendly, so anybody can join. No swearing, no hate, no nothing. Hey, Kiwi. Grappling gun can potentially... this is important. A grappling gun can potentially work in Nomad. I'd say you wait until code support is out. It'll make things a lot easier. And obviously the best part about this is you don't necessarily need these mods. You can have them though. I mean, I'm not gonna take them off, but it is what it is. So here we go. So this is Trials of the Shinobi. This is really everything, guys. The Naruto Mega Pack save game. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna hate on any of the other mods or anything like that. If you want to get the other Naruto Mega Pack, by all means you can. There's not really much of a point. But no hate to any creators or anything. No hate to modders, YouTubers, or anything. The difference between the Nomad and PC port, this has everything. Nomad has weapons. That's basically it. I don't know how much I plan on putting into Nomad, but I mean, I do plan on uploading this entire thing at some point, but I don't want to keep this separate. I don't want it to be individual forever. So Nomad is only weapons. Yeah, and Nomad does not support coding. So it does have 5 waves of enemies. It does have, let's see, what kind of weapons can these guys have? I'm kind of curious. It's been a while since I checked. Oh, so this is the armor that they all have. And if we go to our loot table, so for those of you that want to learn modding, this is all you got to do. Just a lot of Jason's connecting. So these are all the weapons that you can connect and add to enemies so that they can fight you with them. Man, I'm so happy with how all this came out. It really is awesome. Okay. So that is Trials of the Shinobi. We have our DLL. And I believe we're all set. So let me do this real quick. Awesome. Okay, so we have Trials of the Shinobi right here, and it's only 104 megabytes when it's zipped up. That's insane. And why don't I tell them to click the thing above? It's definitely pretty important, isn't it? Okay. Okay, and... click the show button above, and let's see how that turns out. So what I'm going to do is, let's change this all to be a nice red color to really get their attention. Change this to green, and let's make it nice and bold, so all of you will be able to see it. And let's see how this turns out. Alright, we are saved. Can I make a grapple gun? At some point, yes. At this moment, no. Click the show button above. Let me do it one more. What do you mean, where did he go? I'm still here. Don't worry, Goose Beater. Okay. I did mute for a second, but... Can you guys hear me now? The audio should be working. I just want to make sure that you can, so there's no issues. Awesome, we got our up arrows right there. Cool. Yeah, I don't really know how you could miss this. So click the show button above to read about this mod. You press show, and you get to see all that jazz. Yeah, I'm not Zed. this is just the beginning. There's a ton more that I plan on adding. And if we check in my Discord server, which, why don't I drag this boy in here, in our roadmap right here. Let's open it up. Also, one thing that I really love is the fact that Patreon added a bot that can show you guys what level of patronship you are. And it's a lot better than it was previously. So I'm super happy with all how that came out. And then the Discord supporters, you guys are fantastic. I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without you. But so for those of you that want to know everything that's going to be added to Trials of the Shinobi in the future, join the Discord server. And if we scroll all the way back, these are weapons that I'm going to be adding, ideas that you guys have had, future maps. So these are zips that I currently have of all of them. This is going to be what the Byakugan spell has, which I can already do this. It's actually not too tough. Plan on doing this. Oh man, there's a ton. Adding a couple new giant Rasengans, adding some new arenas, and definitely upgrading the Amaterasu Rasen Shuriken to look like this. Because that is something that I did not realize that my thing looks nothing like it. One thing you guys can do definitely too is if you subscribe to me on Patreon, send me a DM of suggestions, if you want commissions or anything on there. That's a great way to get in touch with me. The sound effects for these dojutsu, which I plan on adding all of them. This is probably something that I'm going to enjoy the most. Shadow clones with Itachi's crows. And of course, I have the crow model right there. And just a bunch of other stuff. So, like I said, there's a ton that's coming. Be prepared. Because Trials of the Shinobi and all of my other mods, they're only going to get bigger. Because I plan on working on all of them as long as I possibly can. Thanks, the Royal Dude. I appreciate that. One of my favorite things is streaming for you guys, and it's been a while since I've done it and gone live. But I'm going to be doing it again as soon as I possibly can. And I'm going to keep doing it and modding and working with all of you. And I appreciate that, Kiwi. My favorite thing are the tutorials and making. Oh yeah, this is a humongous project. Absolutely humongous. But I gotta say, I think this might be ready. So if we go into our, let's do this. Ha! Thanks, that snake guy. I appreciate it. So this is the official Trials of the Shinobi 1.4. Oh man, and then listing everything. I'm just gonna say read the description because there's too much. It was a while ago when I went and I added all this stuff, but for now, you get read the description as the changelog. Maybe that's good enough for me personally. And for now, I think we're ready. We've got 1.4 right here. And there's nothing. Why don't I open up? Let me take this from one of my other mods. Let's do this real quick. Love you too, Kiwi. I appreciate all the support from you guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. So we have this right here. And yes, I am using 2 monitors. I just got one from work, and I didn't realize how incredible it was. So I'm going to be doing this a lot more. Okay. And let's do, I really enjoyed Better Fire. So I'm gonna let you guys see this. My favorite part about Better Fire is the flamethrower. See you later, Kiwi. Oh. You know what I don't think I did? Oh no, we did 1.4. We're good. Guess I should probably start trusting myself just a little bit more. And then it's time to start working on the other ones. Okay. So we have our Trials of the Shinobi right here. If we duplicate it, why don't we go take a look at, why don't we do Better, should we do Better Fire? Might not be a bad idea. Sure, let's open this up. And Better Fire is going to be the next one of these guys. You know what? I'm not going to be doing that. I do plan on releasing it as soon as it's finished. I do want to go through and update a couple of things. But for now, let's just leave it as is. Awesome. Oh man, and while we have that there, we've got our Ways of the Shinigami. I wonder if I should add a readme to this as well, because there's also a lot of stuff that I gotta add to it. So let's just copy this guy over. Alright. How many we got? So we've got readme. Oh, the Bleach mod. I plan on releasing it soon, just like Trials of the Shinobi. I'm not exactly sure when that's gonna be. Because there's still, like, as an official release, I mean, there's just a lot that I gotta do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Does the sheath count? I think not. So hold on. So that's 8 weapons. And let's start with the 8. Well, it's not up at the moment. I'm going to go through and I'm just going to make sure to do a final check when this stream is done. Just to be sure that everything is done properly. But yeah, it'll be releasing most likely today because I just finished it. It's not perfect, but I'm happy. Okay. I can't wait for the Bleach mod either. It's one of my favorites. My favorite thing is that if you hold the spell button down and you hit enemies with the weapons, it does an explosive blast. Now that makes me feel incredibly overpowered. It's probably one of my favorite abilities on any weapon that I've ever made. And that I've ever tried in Blade and Sorcery too, so. We have our weapons right here. They're all weapons for now, so you know what? I'm just gonna keep this. I don't think it really matters. We have all these NPCs. Okay. Oh man, we do have the we do have a Getsu Tensho item. Oh man, there's so much added to this. So we got Kenpachi, Tense. So there's 4 of Ichigo's plus Kenpachi, and then 2 for Yamamoto. So that is 7. So that works out. Sheath isn't a weapon. Okay, so 7. And why don't we do this in alphabetical order? Let's see. And honestly, I think this one deserves its own Nexus page. Yeah, there's my Bleach mod on there already, but this is another overhaul. And let's do add a new mod. I mean, I could say weapon. Oh, wait a minute. I wonder if I already started this. Hold on. Let me check that real quick. Oh, yeah. Just me being me. Here we go. And I already started it. The biggest thing is I don't have an image for it. Because as you guys know, Trials of the Shinobi, if I duplicate this real quick, and I take a peek at the page, we have this incredible thumbnail. And I need one of those for Ways of the Shinigami, which I'm going to try to make it be basically the same exact thing. Just Bleach. It's okay. So we have that. And what I think I'm going to do is keep everything like how I did Trials of the Shinobi. And in that case, let's open this up. And copy this guy right here. This is the start of a complete Bleach conversion mod. You can use your favorite Shikai and Bankai. Bam. Alright, let's paste this guy in. How to download mods real quick. One of the other things that I love about this is how to download mods for Blade and Sorcery. The video's 40 seconds long. Like, come on, you're not getting any better than that. Okay. Social media, yada yada. So here we go. Here's the spoiler. We have 7 weapons and 5 waves. Let's keep this all like this. Seven weapons and items from Bleach, because it's its whole new mod. And let me tell you guys, there are a ton of different abilities, which I'm super stoked about. Okay. And yes, if we do go into these guys right here and we scroll down, you can actually customize them all. So the explosion force, the radius, whether it has a knockback explosion at all, whether there's visual effects, and whether it dismembers enemies. And of course for Kenpachi Shikai, it dismembers enemies on collision because let's be honest, he tears through them all anyways. Okay, so we have 7. Well, this doesn't really have a main download file anymore, does it? But okay, so 7 weapons and 5 waves. Using the Shinigami weapons. Not exactly Shinobi anymore, right? Okay. So we have our Anbu Black Ops sword. Nope. Why don't I get rid of everything? Hold on. Let's do that real quick. There's no spells. We only have regular NPCs. So here we go. Ah, Goose Beater, come on, man. That'll do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just keep it at this right here. Awesome. Okay, so we have instead of our Anbu Black Ops, we have Kenpachi's Zanpakuto. And just for now, I think I'm going to avoid putting descriptions, just because there's a ton that I'd still have to do. So you know what? I'm just going to do this real quick. So we've got Kenpachi's, Tensa Zangetsu. Oh, how about I do this again real quick? Control Shift V. Oh, okay. I guess it doesn't want to work properly. All right, no big deal. How's it going, Bo? How's everything? Nice of you to join. So we have the Tensa Zangetsu. And, you know, for those of these that have abilities, I'll be adding them in a sec. Oh, did I paste it? Ah, son of a gun. Oh, no, I just bolded it. I don't know why I did that. Oh, well, don't worry about it. And this guy right here, the Transcendent Tensa Zangetsu. I'm not going to spoil it for any of you that don't know what all these mean. There's a lot. Transcendent Tensa Zangetsu. A deeper spear penetration mod. That's always fun. I know, I think Doggo made a better arrow penetration mod. Actually, I think I might have that in my inventory. Hold on. Or in my mod folder. Yeah, better arrow pierce. All you gotta do, go to the damagers, and let's see, what did he do here? I believe you are just changing the values of the damper in and damper out, and the damper itself. Possibly also these right here. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while since I actually worked on damagers to that degree, but that's what I'd recommend you doing. Okay, so here we go. We have the Transcendent Tensa Zangetsu. Just the normal Zangetsu, which does transform into the Tensa Zangetsu and has abilities, which I will write those down for you guys while I'm live right here. Now, it currently shows that there's 22 of you guys watching the stream. For those of you that haven't said anything yet, comment, talk to me. If you guys have any questions, you want to say anything, please let me know. Okay, so we have our, there's so many of them, and this is the, I'm gonna put this one first. And I'm actually going to take Kenpachi's and I'm going to put it down here. You're joking. Oh, how do I get that up here? Tab. And can I do it again? Shoot. I don't even know how I did that, but that was incredible. Anyways, so we have our sealed Zangetsu. Sorry about that, Goose Eater. I know times can be tough, but can always get through it. Just have faith that everything will turn out great in the end. Okay, so we have our sealed, Tensa, transcendent. Okay, so that's all Ichigos right there. And then we have Kampachi's, which is the fifth guy right here. And then Yamamoto, Shikai, and Bankai. And yes, I will be working on the names. I just need to actually look up what they all are. And let's change this bad boy to be green. Make it nice and easy to read. Make it pop for all of you guys. Did I do that in Trials of the Shinobi too? Let's see. Yeah, same thing. That's a very good outlook on the situation, Michael. Always make sure to be supportive, especially when others need it. It's the most important thing. Have each other's backs. It's one of the most important things I like to pride myself on, especially in the Discord community. There's no hate, and I try to surround myself with all positive people. And people like you, Michael, that help and that try to raise up people that may be struggling. Most important people, because not everybody's going through an easy time. Okay. And we have our sealed Zangetsu, which is sheathed. It's probably my favorite, so we can knock back enemies with it. Okay. Hold hold the spell button while hitting items, enemies, environment to knock them back. And of course, it's all very customizable. Cool. Zangetsu, it's basically the same thing, if I remember, but with a little twist. Here we go. Oh yeah, because I added Getsuga Tensha. There you go, Goose Feeder. Always tell your parents you love them. That's very, very important. Okay, so let's see what we got. So hold the spell button and slash. To release the Getsuga Tensha from your blade. Should I write customizable on every single thing? I mean, come on. Which Jason would affect the spear's penetration? It's a good question. You'd have to go look into all the Jasons, go into the damager for the what do you call it? Oh, Ways of the Shinigami? That's based off Bleach. Bleach the anime. Which is one of my favorites. It's one of the first ones I've watched. So, this guy right here. Similar, I guess, in my heart to Naruto. Bit different, but got their own things that they like. So it's highly customizable. Yeah, I don't feel like writing customizable on every single thing. 'Cause I'm sure you guys know that by now. The tenses in Getsu. Normal explosion. Oh. And you can turn into the Bankai. Awesome. And this is what it does for now. I like Demon Slayer, it's pretty good. I of course really like Naruto. I mean, I'm sure you guys can tell why. I don't think it's super obvious at all, right? Definitely do not like Naruto in the slightest. Oh yeah, one thing we can do, let's get rid of that guy right there. Now the special thing about the Transcendent is while we can copy and paste this, there's also explosion particles. Okay. Kenpachi Zanpakuto, same thing knocks back, but dismembers enemies. Am I releasing TOS in the next 2 hours? Most likely, yes. It's the best answer I can give you. I still want to go through and make sure I did everything properly, not on stream, but Yamamoto Shikai. Well, this one has the special ability. So the Yamamoto's Bankai is the one with that's been worked on the most in Ways of the Shinigami. So let's see what we got here. Sounds good. No worries, that snake guy. Okay. So we have Yamamoto's Bankai in the explosion, so you hold it for, I think it's 5 seconds. So, holds spell button for 5 seconds to turn into the Bankai. Boom. Let's make sure to capitalize that guy right there. Oh. All right, and this is the big guy. Awesome Goose Beaver. Happy to hear that. Oh, it seems that I can add items and my clothing. Part of Pie Pop 101's clothing line. That's funny. Hold on, let's see if I can do this on stream, and then maybe I can show you guys everything in my store. What do you know? Well, at least the my hoodie's showing up, so that's funny. Okay. And the bonk. Okay, so the bonkai is the big one. This one has 3 different abilities at the moment. And yeah, as you can tell, there's a lot. So on the note, it says to credit you, there's a typo in the word in. Thank you very much, my friend. Greatly appreciate that. Definitely hate typos. Okay, so that's done. If you use this in a YouTube video or any other form of media, please credit me. Perfect. What does it start at? I think west. Or is east the one that explodes them? Hold on. Let me look this up just to be sure. Okay. And here we go. We have Zangan Utachi, Higashi, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Okay, so the very first one that I have is the explosion. It'll be on No Meta at some point. So let's see. There are 4. So there's 4 modes. Is the normal sword. And then, let's see. So we start off with the explosion next. And the explosion is, let's see. So that's intense flames along the tip of the blade. Neither burns nor erupts, but anything is eradicated, okay? So it starts in east. Okay, so that's good to know. Is the explosion with the particles. West. Lights them on fire. And then south. Summons dead. Summons allies while the inhaled. Okay, so we have explosion. Explosion on contact with anything. And west. It ignites your blade. And yourself. No, no, Goose Beater. I appreciate you letting me know. I'm not perfect, not by any means. So don't you worry. Okay, and those are the 4 modes. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And it's not perfect, not by any means, but this is a good start. We have our spoiler right there. And if we save it, let's take a look at it. Just real quick. Ah, click on the show button. We have our show, our main tab. So why don't we add a space in between them? Okay, looks like there is a space. Okay, how about I do it like this? Now there's a good space. We have our initial release of Ways of the Shinigami. Let's see, how are we gonna do this? And if any of you want to donate to the bot, you can always do that, just for fun. Not a requirement, obviously. Let's do the title. These will all be uploaded to Nomad. Not at this moment, but eventually. There we go, and we have our Naruto mod, Trials of the Shinobi. And then this is exactly where we're going to put it. Okay. Super cool. So let's save everything. I don't believe this is the right one to release. I don't think it's finished yet. It's not. Okay, cool. All right, while we're on here, why don't we see what else we got? Because there's a ton of different mods. There's, I think, 56 on Nexus right now. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. I don't know. Which one should we do, guys? So we got Trials, Ways. I guess Better Fire is one that we already have, so can always update this guy right here. Oh. Maybe not. This isn't ready to be updated either. Oh man, there's so many different mods that I have. So we do have the God Tree. that is one that I currently have. We have our hidden sand. All right. I guess I'm gonna set these up to start. Let's do this. We have our map. Oh, wait a second. Well, we're not uploading an entirely new mod. So why don't I go back? It's kind of important. Here we go. Is it the village or the arena? That's my question. What did I name it? Hidden Sand Village. All right. Let's make sure to put the proper version on. And let's compress it. Same thing with the God tree, which is probably one of my favorites. Oh yeah, and these aren't too big either when they're nice and zipped up. Ha! You think I use a PC? That's funny. What a funny guy, Hyper. No, I'm using my gaming laptop right now. It's a GE 75 Raider, which it works out pretty well. I'm able to go in VR and do everything that I need to do. Haven't really had any issues. And while I do like the hidden sand, well, let's just keep it out for now. You're right, Billy boy. I definitely use an Xbox 360. Although right now I'm using my PSP to do all this. And the microphone that you guys think I have, it's not actually a microphone. I'm just talking. My sound waves are going through the Xbox. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so why don't we start with the hidden sand. And then if we duplicate this guy right here, keep this. Instead of being the hidden sand, we are doing the God tree. Awesome. And keep in mind, these are all incredibly optimized too, but we got 1 done, 2 done. Trials of the Shinobi's all set, so it's going to be a pretty big release. Oh man, that's so many already. All right, and I got a lot more to go to put everything on from Patreon on to Nexus. So, I think I'm gonna call it here for this stream. It's been 2 hours now, and I'm gonna go eat some dinner. But thank you all for watching. If you want to support me, keep in mind you can always just go to my Patreon, link in the description. Or hold on, how about I actually send you guys a link? Because I've been working super hard on everything, as you guys know. And if you want to support me, great. If you don't, if you just enjoy watching my videos, that's also great. I greatly appreciate you guys, no matter what. But I'm gonna call it here. You guys, yes, I will make a live stream of me just playing my mods. But if you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Helps out my channel a ton on basically everything. So, thank you all for watching.